So for the Cripes that come on, you got to be kidding me segment today. There was a lot. There was actually a lot in the running. There was a lot going.
Oh, yeah. Tell us.
Well, here we
Is
go.
snow on that list?
No, because I've committed to not complaining about the snow.
It's not the snow. It's the weather stations.
It's not
It's
the
the
snow.
weather
We got a whole
terrorists.
9 inches coming.
It doesn't get the Cripes. You know what gets the Cripes? 3 news stories. USA Today's best seller list for books. First of all, the Cripes is that my books are not on there. But they are available.
For immediate discussion.
But they are available to you over at DougPagittRadio.com.
Don't tell me Palin's on there.
You can click over there at Doug Pagitt Radio and pick up my books if you're not interested in the 25 bestsellers on the USA Today list. Number 1, Sarah Palin.
No way.
Going rogue.
Come on.
Number 1.
Is Michelle Bachmann getting a book deal?
Number 1 book.
No.
Yep.
No.
Then the next 15 of them, 14 of the next 15, fiction.
I was going to say something about
Fiction.
soup.
Fiction books. Fiction. The Lost Symbol, New Moon, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Eclipse, Twilight. I thought kids stopped reading. I thought we had a crisis of reading in this country and that the younger generation did nothing but text, play with their iPods, and kill people on the TV screens. How is it that all the number 1 books going on now?
Write it about vampires. They just took Anne Rice and took out the sex and made New
But what
Moon.
I'm saying is, if it's not kids buying those books, I think I need a little more of me in my ear. If it's not the kids buying those books, then I don't know who it is, because this is unbelievable. I mean, books for young readers. But look, I don't
Good.
write books for young readers. I didn't know. I thought the kids were going to stop reading books.
Hey.
Cripes. Who saw this coming? I mean,
it's a
Sarah
good thing.
Palin. Sarah Palin writes a book,
No.
and it's number 1 forever. It's like the Bible and the purpose-driven life, and it's all over the place. Well, you know what? As one author to another, Mrs. Palin, good for you. As a jealous author, come on. I mean, this is absolutely killing me. So I didn't know that I had to write a book for teenagers and younger in order to get into the crosshairs of a bestseller. Oh my gosh! I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just one after the other. Fiction. I mean, when you end up with a nonfiction book, here's what's interesting: the nonfiction books, ones that are vaguely religious, because Sarah Palin's book is selling to religious conservatives. I promise you, that's who's buying that thing. And the other books on here are these vaguely religious books. Now that's what I write.
Vaguely.
Have a Little Faith, a True Story by Mitch Albom. This is the guy with the Lunch with Tuesdays with Maury's guy.
Uh-huh.
And then The Shack number 15.
Heard about it.
I should have The Shack. I should have
Is that about Radio Shack?
have William Young here on the show with me.
It's a basketball book.
Actually, we'll get him on here. No, it's a God book. It's a God book, number 15. It's just killing it. It's just been on forever.
You know
so
what's-
anyway, my Cripes goes in the fact that out of the 25 books, I think 22 of them are fiction.
Hey, it's a good trend. Kids are reading.
Yeah.
Don't
all right.
knock it.
All right.
It's what they're reading.
All right. Yeah. Don't try to soothe my author heart.
I'm not. I want to rake it.
This is my
More rage. More rage.
This is my chance to be indignant about the fact that kids are reading, and I didn't see that coming. I was told.
And it's
People
too
told
late.
me that the younger generation was going to use a computer screen.
Put a young-looking, good
Now
person
they're-
with vampire teeth
Now they're
on the front.
buying-
They'll sell.
I could write vampire books. I didn't know you had to write about stuff that wasn't real.
Do it.
Too
I
late.
should write yeah, tell me about it. Okay, number 2 here on the Cripes that come on, that you got to be kidding me, the one that earns the come on. It's this other news story today about a fella whose van got stuck on a railroad track. Did you hear this story? No kidding. No kidding to you. This guy pulls his car out, an 87-year-old man, pulls his car out, gets stuck on a railroad track. Now, how in the name of all that is right in the world does a guy in Lake City, Minnesota, get his car stuck? How does it actually stall out on the railroad
Right
track? I mean, that's just trying to weed out the gene pool.
He did the pause. Should I cry? Oh,
Yeah, okay, so he gets stuck. These 2 other guys are watching it. They run up to the fella's car.
Now you ram that thing.
No, they ran up, ripped the door open, grabbed the guy, and pulled him out mere seconds before the train struck and destroyed the car. And they pulled the guy over, and a fella laid on top of him so that the debris wouldn't hit the 87-year-old man. So not only does the come on get the fact that a guy's car stops on a railroad track, but there's two other guys there watching
Perfect.
who have the wherewithal to make a move and pull this guy out. Come on. And then the guy who pulls him out, this guy named Zimmer, here's what he says. Zimmer, who tried to free the van while Whittle threw his body over the top of Henn to protect him from the flying debris, maintained Thursday that he was only doing his civic duty. The retired Marine recalled that somebody rescued him 7 years ago when his boat flipped over in the Mississippi River near Red Wing. So the guy who saves the fella out of the car was himself saved by somebody else when his boat flipped over.
Excellent.
Who does this happen to? No. This is no applause. This is a come on. Who does this happen to? Whose boat flips over?
Who hangs around by railroad tracks waiting for someone to get stuck?
Whose boat flips over and you have to be saved out of it only 7 years later to save another guy? I mean, come on.
Meant to be. I just saw the
and
movie
the rest of
Signs
us,
for
we're
the
just
first time.
we're just muddling along trying to make our way through, and this guy's living out like, you know.
I smell a book deal.
John Hancock movie story. Hancock. Unbelievable. All right, number 3. Cripes says, I didn't know you had to write kids' books or religious non-fiction.
Oh, you just gotta
Come
save
on, a
somebody.
guy's van gets stuck on the railroad tracks and
There
he's
you
saved
go.
by a guy who himself was saved 7 years ago by in a turned-over boat.
Saturday afternoon movie, right?
Come on. They're
Lifetime
making that
movie.
up. They're making that up.
Lifetime.
And you got to be kidding me. I own a 2000 Grand Caravan Sport.
Quit bragging. Quit bragging.
Yeah, baby.
I know. Look. Someday you two may arrive. It's maroon, and
Burgundy.
the driver's side window motor has gone out for the 3rd time.
No.
The 3rd time. 2 other times I have replaced the motor. This is my 3rd motor, and it went out again. I mean, you have got to be kidding me. So I'm going to go to my guys that fix this thing, and I'm going to give them the, you got to be kidding me. I'm not paying you. You know what they did last time? The last 2 times? They said, well, you know what? We can cover the warranty the part, but we can't warranty the labor. Yeah, okay.
They should pay you
All right,
for the
I'm
gas.
going to be back
just to
on
drive
next
over
week, and
there
I'll tell
again.
you, if I'm not even going to tell you where I'm getting this fixed because I want to tell it next week. If they treat me right, I'm going to say these are the guys to go to because they treat you right. And if they give me a you got to be kidding me, I'm not paying the 3rd time for labor for you to replace a, this is just unbelievable.
You're calling them out?
Oh, I'm calling them out. I'm going to ask them to be on my radio show and explain to all of you why when they put the part in that they order and it keeps going out that they're not responsible to fix it.
If
Judge
that doesn't
and
work
jury.
out for you, let me know. I got a good place in West St. Paul.
Yeah, well, see, the problem is I'm in deep with these guys. You know, they got to fix
Hey, I
it.
hear you.
They got to fix it. You got to be kidding me. How does that happen? This guy saves lives. Me, 3 times I got to fix the motor in my van. Doug Pagitt Radio. Sometimes things are not right. They will be by the end of the show, though. We got Right On coming for you. Doug Pagitt Radio, religious radio that's not quite right. AM 950, DougPagittRadio.com.
Neither left nor to right.
Obama in the White